Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a full wedding day walkthrough image by image. It's not every single image that I shoot on a day. There's obviously a lot of duplicates and black and whites. However, this is a full wedding day run through showing some of the images I get at each stage of the day, from prep all the way through to the exit at the end. This was shot on the Alpha 1 and the A9III with the 20mm 35GM and 50 f1.4 GM. Blasting through it pretty quick, but you can see I'm getting a lot of details, a lot of people's expressions, interactions between people, not just those kind of posed images. Collecting the details is something that's really important to me. These are the kind of things that often get overlooked or thrown away post the wedding, so it's nice to have a quick memory of some of these things. Moved on to the first location, which was our first look. So this was where they had one of their first dates, right on the harbour. So we wanted to have a bit of a unique location and a first look well before the ceremony. And we're on to the ceremony now, getting those kind of details as guests start arriving, some close-ups. This is predominantly probably shot on the 50mm. I almost live at f2 throughout the whole day just because it gives that nice separation. But if you're shooting couples like mum and dad just there, you've got enough depth of field that you're not going to be missing anyone. Also gives great separation when coming down the aisle, but enough detail that you can still see the faces of, the people that are important to the couple. Had a bit of rain throughout this ceremony, so that was nice and fun. I actually think I liked the texture that the umbrellas added to the scene. I think it kind of really frames some of these shots quite well. Not to mention with faster shutter speeds, you can obviously freeze some of those raindrops as they fall, and it adds a nice texture to a lot of the images. So as they came back down the aisle, got a few shots with the confetti, always fun. I always remind my couples though, make sure you do the dip to the side, not front on, otherwise we do miss a bit. Immediately after that we did our group photos, which I've skipped completely over in this video, and moved on to our couples portraits. So we're kind of flying through that now, kind of trying to create some magic there at sunset, even though we didn't have a particularly bright orange sunset. Getting a lot of interaction, a lot of walking, asking the couples to move. That always gives a really good kind of candid feel to a lot of these images. And as soon as we'd wrapped that up, I ran into the reception, got all my reception images, and moved on to dinner, and then obviously shooting the speeches here. Try to use, you might notice a little bit of a color difference between a lot of these images. I try not to use flash for the entire speeches. I think it's a little bit intrusive and kind of disruptive. So I'll shoot really high ISO, wide open f1.4, and then only use the flash for those kind of key images like the cake cutting or the beginning and ends of each speech. This couple did a lovely champagne tower, so I shot a few of the little details there, some close-ups, some of the other guests interacting with it, which was really lovely. And then moved on to our first dance. Shooting super wide here, f1.8, and moving on to some tighter shots, mixture of flash and no flash, because once again, I don't want to be that person that's just popping flash all day long. As soon as it starts to get dark, I really let my camera do its thing, push it as much as I need to kind of get the images that I want. Moving on to dance floor now, I generally don't worry about straight horizons anymore and focus more on capturing the vibe or the feel of the dance floor of the night. Whether it's quiet or not, I use some strategies like dragging the shutter, direct flash, or even just getting really, really close to my subject so I can really make them stand out from the background, make it look like there's much more of a party. And that's it. I hope to see you in the next one.